Hi Gemini and welcome to October 2020. This is the astrology part of the overall forecast. We have two full moons this month. First full moon is in Aries, your 11th house of friendships, and the second full moon, which is on Halloween, is a blue moon, in Taurus, your 12th house of mystery and secret enemies. Dun, dun, dun. Don't worry, we'll get to that in a moment. So the first full moon on the 1st of October is Aries. And this for you is your 11th house of friendships, communications with online presences. So it's a very social full moon for you. But the challenging aspect to Chiron is saying that your fears that are popping up, Gemini, are a lot to do with the people you surround yourself with. So it might be time to really think about the type of energies that you're surrounded with in your personal life. Are they people that build you up, or are they people that tear you down? You may notice where a lot of your fears are actually coming from other people. Now, the full moon in Taurus at the end of the month is in your 12th house of hidden enemies. So there could be some exposures going on. But this is actually a very positive full moon. There's positive changes and evolutions with the moon conjunct Uranus, which is also in your 12th house. And the ruler of this full moon, Venus, is in beautiful Libra, which is going to enhance your love life going into November. And that's trining your intimate sector, where Saturn is. So could expect some interesting changes and excitement around this full moon. There could even be some feelings come out that you weren't expecting. But really this month is quite challenging with the Saturn and Mars and Pluto clashes. The cardinal clashes can be feeling, very confusing, and they can make people feel quite tense. So you can feel a bit frustrated. There could be roadblocks. You could feel a bit cranky. But bear in mind that from the second half of the month, Gemini, things really improve for you, especially in love and in pleasure, and creativity and excitement. And, there's a lot to be looking forward to, no matter how you feel at the beginning of the month, no matter what wounds are coming up for you. There really is a lot of beautiful energy coming in. Now, Mercury is retrograding in Scorpio, meaning that you could really be rethinking your career path, but that's okay. You don't need to act on anything just yet. But you might hear some interesting news there. So we're going to get into your cards, and I will see you soon. Bye, Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your October 2020 tarot portion of the overall horoscope. I hope you're doing really well. Let's have a little look and see what we have for Gemini in October. Page of Wands. Well, I'm glad somebody wants to play. You're kind of tired of all the serious stuff. Saturn, Pluto, Mars, all coming to blows. Everything's very serious. People are very angry. And you can have a lot of fun with that, because you kind of like winding people up. And you always see the funny side. But it could lead to more fighting. So think about it. Let's go. 10 of Swords. 5 of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. The Knight of Cups. Clarified by the Fool, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Wands. And the Star. Smells like teen spirit. Okay, so, yeah. There's a lot of intense energies with the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands, but you turn your pain into power, as indicated by the 5 of Pentacles being in your positive position. Knight of Cups is the outcome, the Fool, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Wands. Congratulations. There's something comes out of this month that I think will make you quite happy. something that you've really, really wanted. The interesting thing about your reading, Gemini, is the polarity of it. You know, when we have the Ace of Cups and the Fool, and then we also have the Ten of Swords, you can't help but think that there's an ending and a beginning. And what's ending is this feeling that you've been kind of sabotaging yourself, energetically speaking. And I think a lot of you have had an event this year or something where the swords go very deep into your heart. For a lot of you, it could have been betrayal. It could have been your own body betrayed you in some way, is the feeling that I'm sort of getting with this. A deep betrayal, something that lingers within you that is very hard to ignore at the moment, I suppose, with so much planetary activity for you in the 8th, being tickled, as it were, by the 11th house, which is wish fulfillment, but it's also our friendships. And I think for many of you, Gemini, you're coming into some kind of information about yourself, or about personalities, or about other people in your life that is very clarifying for you. It's very much telling you where this pain has got to go now, or what you've got to do next. I see the Ten of Swords as a very deep disappointment. And yet, the full moon in Aries and its links to the wounded healer Chiron in that side of the sky for you that does rule our friendships, that does rule our groups, that does rule our communities. That pain is aspected by a side of the sky for you that is so intense. I don't think you could necessarily, with your Gemini nature, completely come to grips with it, because the next moment you will feel completely distracted by something else. And it's something that's quite wonderful, because I think it saves you from a lot of bother. But with the skies being the way that they are, for everybody on a personal level, the things that come up at the first couple of weeks are really worth acknowledging. And then we have a new moon in a side of the sky for you that's very romantic, it's very passionate, but it is challenged again by that Aries energy. So if you could find out where these swords are and why you're feeling the way that you do, you can turn that pain into power and get your spark back. I think you're very disappointed at the way certain people have come to perceive you, or have come to talk about you, or whatever it is. And for a lot of you, it could be that some gossip has come back to bite you in some way, shape, or form. Now, what I will say for you, Gemini, is that this Ten of Swords leads you towards this Knight of Cups, which is happy news. So October brings you some kind of happy news. With that new moon, it could be a pregnancy. It could be a new love interest. It could be a new passion, a creative passion. It could be something artistic. But it's new. It is new, okay? So this is new. If you're single, this is good. If you're looking to move to the next chapter of your life with happiness and ease, this is good as well. The Knight of Cups and the Fool, and the Ace of Cups and the King of Wands. It could be a new love interest in the form of a fire sign, or just somebody who's very outgoing. It could be news of a fire sign child, or someone who's very athletic, someone who's very extroverted, someone who's very gregarious, very warm. There's good feelings there. And if it is in a career arena for you that gives you more opportunity to work closer with people whose life you would like to emulate, because we're supposed to spend the most time with people that we like how they live, because it does enhance our own ability to live like that too. It feeds into our choices. So who you surround yourself with is very, very important. And with the full moon being the way it is, I have to say, Gemini, if you are surrounding yourself with people who are very negative, that is your time to go. Because there are new people, there are new opportunities, there are new relationships coming in that require you to think in a way that is much more optimistic. And I think you're struggling to find that emotion with certain people that you are working with. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's look at your energy cards and see what's coming up. Deceit. Okay, so that Ten of Swords was big. That was something deceptive. That was something that was not healthy. With the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, the transformer of the Archangel world, your crown chakra needs attention. You need a deeper connection to spirit, to something, religion, through prayer, through healing, whatever it is. You need some kind of connection to the higher energies in the world, and you need to overtake that feeling. Yin and yang. Okay, 22, one more. Yin and yang. Ooh. Okie dokie. Take that one down. Angel of love, door to value and door to spirit. So if you're looking for love and you've been betrayed, this is indicating that it has tried to teach you to see your worth, to see your value, to see what love really is. Because for a lot of you that are single, there's for sure love coming in for you. And I want to say it's probably the 2 weeks that follow the new moon in Libra. Now we have that full moon in Taurus at the end of the month, which is in your 12th house, which is really very psychic. And the 12th house is also hidden enemies. So I can't help but feel like for some of you, you could become aware of someone who's not quite right in your life, Gemini. And I'm sorry to say that, but that's just, it benefits you though because of the positive aspect to Uranus. So you could have gotten rid of somebody in your life that was not healthy, and it is replacing you with someone who's very emotionally healthy, someone who's very loving, someone who's very caring in whatever relationship status that is, friend, family, whatever. But it's teaching you to love yourself. Whoever has hurt you has been teaching you to love yourself enough to invite in better energies. And if you make a choice to invite in better energies, then you know that you love yourself. You know that you appreciate who you are. And that's the most important thing. With the crown chakra, I think a lot of you have been suffering from headaches. And that may be coming from ignoring your intuition. But not to worry, because you have some very loving energy coming into you. And I just saw 1111, so that makes sense. You have some very loving, warm, content energy coming in for you, Gemini. A reignition of current love, a spark of new love, reigniting the passion in your life. Let's jump into the extended and go into the fire signs, the air signs, the water signs, and the earth signs, and I'll see you soon. Bye, Gemini.